Hey, thank you so much for watching again. This video is about a song I wrote. Uh, Basically, when I started going on the path of reading the Bible and things. Well, first I started out with supporting the Ten Commandments in the courthouses and keeping the God and the Pledge of Allegiance. And then from there, I went on to start to read the Bible more, and I actually started getting communion at the Catholic Church, which I didn't do that when I was a little kid, so it made a tremendous difference. Right after I started getting communion, I would start feeling this sense of peace after communion. And this might sound weird, but God actually spoke to me one time when they were blessing the sacraments. Uh, I could hear the words speaking to me as they said them when they hold up the sacraments and bless them. So God spoke to me, and that's not unusual. That might sound unusual to people who haven't experienced things like that, but there are a lot of people who are witnesses to God and have a good relationship, and they know exactly what I'm talking about. So I know you can appreciate that, and I hope you can find that in your life. So anyway, I started getting communion. I started seeing more signs, feeling more things. I had some experiences happen to me out at this park. I started going out there and reading the Bible. And funny thing was, these things happened to me. And then when I read in the Bible, like what it says in Matthew, I instantly understood what I was reading. So I read it with understanding because I'd experienced a lot of things. I felt things in my heart. Uh, I heard. I never heard things, but I heard some things from this big bird once that flew over me, and I'd recently seen what looked like a Holy Spirit, and that was one time when I got up. I had this dream. I got up and I looked over, and I seen this white image walking out from this baby bed area in my room out towards the hall, and I felt God's love in my heart. I had God speak to me in my mind from the communion, and just a whole lot of things like that started happening. So after that, I considered myself a witness to God, and I figured, now as an adult, I know who God is. I have a relationship with Him. As a child, I went to CCD and things when I was little in the Catholic Church, but I'd never read the Bible. Plus, I'd never had communion. So after having communion and studying the Bible, religiously on a weekly basis, and getting called, I could feel God calling me to go read the Bible. At first, I just get this feeling. It's almost, you feel like this tugging in your heart. I mean, almost like this thing that pulls you. Uh, it pulls you and wants you to go do something. And it's the love of Jesus Christ when it gets inside your heart, when it's in your soul and in your heart, when you know who God is. It would calm me and move me, make me want to go out to this place by the river where I'd read my Bible. So therefore, at that point, like I said, in all the experiences I had, I considered myself a true witness to God and His Word, and I read with understanding. Just like in the Psalms, it says Salah. That means to read with understanding. You're not just reading. Like as a kid, you might read the Bible, but you don't understand what it says. You don't feel it. You don't understand it. You don't feel that connection. It's probably just how some art is, like contrasting things and all that. There's a word for it I can't think of, but it's probably the children when they read the Bible. It's probably a bunch of words they read. They don't really understand it, so it's something they read. They they don't read it with understanding. They probably wonder how it could mean that or why it's worded that way. When you're older and after having received communion and asking God to come in your heart, receiving communion, studying His Word on a regular basis, and getting all those things I talk about, feeling those things, it's just a whole different experience. So that's why I wrote the song, "You Know Me Now." Basically, it'd be like God saying, "Hey, you know me now. Before you might have known who I was, you might have prayed to me, but now you really know who I am." So I titled the song "You Know Me Now," and it's a very special song to me. It's really, when I wrote it for, I was wanting Carrie Underwood to sing it, and I was wanting to have like a backup choir, maybe stagger the beginnings of different things, have the choir almost like a classic musical composition, but with the vocals of Carrie Underwood, backup choir. And I think it'd be a very powerful song, and I think it could reach a lot of people. So pray I get this done, pray I get it out there, and pray she does it for me, and we'll go from there. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, this is about the song "You Know Me Now." Thank you very much. Bye-bye.